Hi, all. My name is Anne. I'm going to electronically journal my isolation period. Today is day one. It is March 16th, 2020, and I have volunteered, I have decided to isolate myself due to some health issues. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis about 8-10 years ago and have been off the medication for quite a while, but unfortunately last month I needed to go back on the medication. Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease, which means my immunity is down to begin with, and then with the medication, it goes down even further. We have a home in Damascus, Maryland, and we have a river house in Delaware. And because my husband and grandson live with me, and they are both still planning on being in the world somewhat, my husband working and my grandson socially a little bit, wants to be with some friends and is having questions about what he should do to keep us safe. My husband and I decided that I would come to Delaware and stay here. Fortunately, we had gone grocery shopping Saturday, and I loaded up the car with all the healthy foods and left them with all the man foods, meat and fast food meals, that type of stuff that they will definitely cook, whereas my head of cabbage, they probably won't do anything to. So my car was completely packed, loaded to the brink, and if I can figure out how to put pictures on, I will do that. I headed down Sunday the 15th of March and was surprised to see that on my way down there were churches in Damascus that were still with a good group of cars in their parking lot. Also, the Queenstown outlet was packed, and the ice cream shop on the way down here had about 20 cars in it. I thought people were doing a little bit better as far as socially isolating themselves, but obviously it's not as important maybe for the younger to isolate themselves as it is for us older people. That's hard to say, but unfortunately I have reached that. So as I drove down, seeing all those cars and everything kind of concerned me, but got down here around 5 o'clock and took an hour and a half to unload all of my groceries and put things away. The house that we have is just a summer house, and we don't have a lot of food here. Some staples, but not a lot. One of the first things I did after unloading was to get a piece of paper and pencil and sort of figure out what type of projects and things that I would like to do over the course of the next few weeks, 3, 4, whatever it happens to be. I heard today that in Europe, some of the places are looking at 70 and up, isolating themselves for 4 months. I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope that the U.S. can bring down those numbers, flatten the curve, as they're saying, so that we don't have to be as isolated as long. We just don't know. There's so much that we don't know. 320 some people died yesterday in Italy. I know Italy's been hard hit. It's not only the elderly, it is also children that I saw in isolation on ventilators. All of my grandkids, I have 6, are out of school for the next week in North Dakota. 2 weeks in Virginia, 2 weeks at college at this point. I think that may change. Sounds like some of the colleges have totally closed down and are doing electronic. I know that'll be hard on the kids for some of the classes that they're taking. My grandson, one of the classes he's taking is acting. How do you do that without other people to interact with? It's a concern. People are scared. People don't know what to do. The government doesn't know what to do, and that makes sense. This is something that's never happened before. Fortunately, I am in a safe place, and I have all the creature comforts that I need. So hopefully this will not be a hardship on me, but I also am worried about other people too. Some of the things that I decided to do, they've suggested on TV. Make sure you go outside every day. Take a little time to get some sunshine. Sunshine gives you vitamin D if you're not outside. It also is very healthy to get out and breathe the fresh air. So that's one of the things that's on my list to do. I exercise, so yoga and Pilates I've done for the last 8 years or so, and mostly every day. So I'm going to try to do a half hour to 40 minutes of yoga or Pilates a day, and then also get outside once or twice a day depending on the weather and what's going on. Eating healthy is a big thing. I've been reading the last couple of months thanks to a woman named Jody in Florida that told me about Dr. Fuhrman, Fuhrman, and healthy eating. And so I've been reading some of his books, Super Immunity and Live to Eat, Eat to Live, and they're talking about eating healthy food. So it's plant-based mainly. So that's what I brought down here, and I will have a salad most days. Will that run out in a week? Yes. I am fortunate that I believe here in this area is Amazon Pantry. I don't know whether Amazon will deliver. I don't know what it costs to deliver. I don't know anything about it. But if I find that I'm going to be here for a while, that will be one of the tasks that I will look forward to addressing also. I've never YouTubed before, so this is my fourth one today. Have put some on YouTube Kids, and my moniker there is 924 Grandma. So I plan on with having 6 grandkids, and I know at least the 8-year-old is home for a couple weeks. I plan on going on and doing little videos and posting them, and also reading to kids. So if you have children at home, you'd like to take advantage of that, I have nothing else to do. I assume that there's a way you can send me messages if you read some of my things. I would love to hear from people. I have video conference with one of my grandsons today, talked on the phone with one, FaceTimed with 3 others and their mother. So, I am here, I'm alone, and I can help fill the void maybe a little bit. I am trying not to do a lot of screen time. The TV has been on for the news this morning, CBS this morning, and the 12 o'clock local news. And I'll watch the 5 o'clock news, local news again, to catch up on anything. I hear that there's some more things going on, and it's minute by minute. I know everything is changing and things are adjusting. My yoga center and my gym both have closed. The gyms are now mandated in Maryland to close at 5 o'clock this afternoon. We need to stay healthy. We need to keep our minds healthy. We need to keep our sanity. And so I have made a list of things that I want to do while I'm here. My car was completely packed. I like to do crafts. I like to do activities. I probably will be doing on my videos with the children some science experiments, some craft ideas, and this is my list of all the things that I want to take care of and work on this week. I plan on making some bread. Because of my rheumatoid arthritis, I am gluten-free and sugar-free, so I have my gluten-free flours, and I brought the bread machine down, so I will be making it that way. I know my daughter in North Dakota will be making it by hand. I did at her age. I don't anymore. But I enjoy making the bread. I enjoy eating the bread a lot. She was my big bread eater. So I'm sure that while her kids are home, they will also bake breads and do a lot of crafts too. I'm working on a quilt that I have that will have a lot of time into it, so that will take up some of my time. I wanted to learn how to do these YouTube videos, so that was my goal for today. I am working on changing out the batteries throughout the house as far as things that I need, flashlights, and I have some wands that are antibacterial, that blue light that does the antibacterial, so I've put new batteries and those type of things. I have a cute little bear that my husband gave me that I brought down for comfort, along with my quilts and fleeces. So I will change the batteries in the little bear, which the battery is gone and I don't have them, so that will be an Amazon order. Putting things together for an Amazon order later on this week, I'm sure, will be one of the things that I do. Puzzles. I have puzzles out, games out. I brought game books. I love word games, Sudoku and Boggle, and any kind of handheld game is, or I have the books with the Sudoku, and I have word searches and that type of thing, so that'll keep me busy for a while. I brought quite a few books down here and a few cookbooks too. It's a great time to try. My 18-year-old grandson's girlfriend is going towards being a chef, and she wanted to try some cream puffs this week. More luck to her. I haven't had much luck with cream puffs. My mother used to make them a lot, and they were delicious, but they're not easy. So she can go with that. I'll do the breads, and then having the healthy foods and making my meals. And I was able to get a couple of Dr. Furman's books out and copy some of the recipes out of that before I did leave to come down here. So I've got some recipes. I will definitely make those recipes. One of his recipes was for a lentil soup or a lentil stew, and it had lots of fresh vegetables and things in it. So that is something that I enjoy. It will last me for a few days, and I've got plenty of that here. Just make sure you're safe and you've got cleaning supplies, and you distance yourself from others, and you keep your mind active and get outside once a day. These are the suggestions I'm making to my 18-year-old grandson. I think as long as you're not close to anyone, and you practice safe cleanliness when you touch things, come home, wash your hands, warm soap and water is fine. We don't have and have never used a lot of the antibacterial items that they suggest using. I do have some wipes, but the gels and things I've never used. I prefer soap and water. So that is something that is readily available, and just wash your hands. I know it's going to be difficult for the kids. That's why I'm doing some things on YouTube for the kids, because of the time that they're home. As I said, I don't like the idea of them being on the videos all the time, but if you would like to have them be read to or talked to, I will have some of those. I will be taking walks and hikes. We have woods here, going through the woods. I've sent my grandkids already today some videos with tracks on it, some things I found on my walk. A dead snake, which was gorgeous, flattened but very curly and great. Different flowers that are starting to bloom. We're in the end of March. We're a little early this year because of all the warm temperatures, so there's a lot going on outside. As long as the temperatures continue to increase, we will have a lot going on outside. I can take some videos outside and post them also. I don't know where you are in the world, whether your temperatures are warm or cold, and how things are going there, but I hope that your spring is coming soon too. That will make it much easier for the children at least to be outside, for us to be outside. I think it's extremely important for us to get outside and enjoy the air. If you have a little one and the temperatures are warm and you can dress them warm enough, put them outside, even for their naps. My mother was an RN, and she loved putting babies in their bassinet outside in the snow, put covers over them so that they would not freeze, but that's not what I would do. But on these nice days, at least put them in their stroller, take them for a walk, let them get out in the fresh air and get the fresh air. As long as you're not associating with other people, you should be good. I think the rule now is 10 feet away from everyone. I would just make sure that I'm more than that or further, so that you don't have issues with spreading the germs. This is something that they're not sure about. They don't know anything yet. As the time gets further along, maybe we'll learn more, but right now there's not a lot of information about this. So, protect yourself, protect your families. If you are out and about, if you do stop at grocery stores, make sure you talk to the elderly. If there's someone in your neighborhood or one of your family members, drop off food for them. Make sure that they are safe. That's one thing that we need to do. Some of the elderly may not know how to use technology, may not know how to do an Amazon order, or may not be in an area where they can order food to have shipped in. I know they've said that Giant's Peapod takes a long time to get through. People are really trying to get their food sent in that way. So you protect yourself, but also, if you're able to, check on your neighbors, call, whatever you can do, even if you just drop off a few canned goods from your pantry to their front door. That way they will be safe and they will survive this. We've, I think, got some time that we're going to be sequestered. So it's a good time to do those projects, do those things, do those crafts, do those entertainment. Relax. Take some breathing, learn some breathing techniques. Take some time to breathe. God is always with us, and this is a really good time to remember that. Prayers are helpful, and there are a lot of people that are suffering, a lot of people that are scared, a lot of people that don't know what to do. Your prayers can help. So that's one thing that I've started also this week, is a prayer list with those that I'm concerned about at this point. I'm sure that will grow over the course of the next few weeks and months. And we have to be aware of that. Um, Not sure, but I will try to get on each day and sort of journal what's going on with me. I've had a little bit of a run nose the last couple days, sore throat the last couple days, headache today. I, I don't think it has anything to do with the coronavirus. It's probably more likely the spring coming in. All of the trees are blooming out, and I do have a slight issue sometimes with a little bit of allergies. So I'm hoping that, as the spring comes out a little further, that will go away. But there are many people suffering, and there's an awful lot of very brave, very heroic health professionals and emergency people out there. We need to keep them in our thoughts and prayers, and we need to keep them safe. In order to keep them safe, we need to stay sequestered. We need to stay away from others, and we need to isolate ourselves so that we don't put them in danger also. It's our duty to keep the safety of others. And if we don't have the coronavirus, if we don't get the coronavirus because we're not out in it, we're not going to spread it. So if we don't spread that, then we save ourselves and anyone we would have come in contact with, grocery shopping, going to the mall, going to the gym, going out in the world. So anything you can do to help will help these wonderful health professionals fight this and give us time to fight this. All right, I think 20 minutes is long enough to chew your ear today. I will do some more chewing tomorrow, and if you would like to text me, please feel free. All right, stay safe, everyone. God bless you, and I will keep all of you in my prayers. Amen.